What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Swing Easy Pod. I don't know, what is this, 3, 4, 5? I don't even know which one it is.
I think we're on 4. I think maybe 5.
4.
It's been a minute.
I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been a minute. We're kind of taking a step back, going a little slower on some things. So you'll see it like once a month.
Yeah, once a month.
Probably once a month pod. If there's an emergency pod that needs to come out, we might have to jump on, We've changed up our location a little bit, more relaxed, more like relaxed area. So that's what we're doing there. But first thing we want to talk about that just recently happened, the Players.
What a tournament. Of course, it did help that my boy won.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's winning the Masters.
Yeah.
He's winning the Masters.
Will is a Rory Stan. All about some Rory.
Telling you, my man Tiger got hurt.
Oh,
So
Tiger's done.
Tiger is done. But I can't talk about Tiger because that would devalue what
Let's stay on Rory.
what Rory did. That was he didn't have his best stuff. He looked quite lost at times with the driver, which is a little bit worrisome going into the Masters.
Okay.
Because he needs to drive. If he drives it well, I think he's got a chance. But
when was his last win?
Royce,
Yeah,
he won the AT&T in February.
Okay.
Yeah. So he about a month ago.
What about what
He's won 3 times in his last 5 starts. That includes overseas.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was his 2024 season though? Like
He won 2 or 3 times.
okay, so he's coming in kind of hot.
Yeah, he's playing good.
Which is good.
He's
for
playing
the
good.
Masters.
Right. Watching the tournament, it did feel like, gosh, I don't know if he can win. Like even the players, I mean, if like it's a big tournament, so it was watching him. So he went up 3 with 6 holes to play, I think.
Yeah, he was up 3,
And then had to make a 4-footer that crawled in the right side of the hole. So it felt a little sketch coming down the stretch.
His
but
putt on 18.
yeah, his putt on 18.
He was. I was like, thank God that went in. He might have never.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what has me worried about the Masters is because it wasn't. Yes, he got over the hump, like he won, but it
momentum.
True, but I feel like it should have just been a complete, just not like knockout. Like he had the dude on the ground and he just didn't kill him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he took care of business in the playoff.
Did he take care of business or did JJ Spawn just say, you know what, Rory, I'm going to give you the trophy?
Well, on the 17th, I heard that there was a conspiracy that Rory played mind games, took the 9 out, but then hit like
no, he hit a 9,
a half 9, or he choked down 9.
Yeah,
which made what's his face think he needed more club.
Correct,
and then
he flushed it. But both of them on the range. I don't know about JJ Spawn. He was hitting that same shot on the range, like a little flighted 8-iron, and said it went 1. I don't know what it was going, but it was going the correct distance that he needed to hit on 17. Rory was smart enough. He turned around on the range instead of hitting like to the end of the range because nobody was out there. He turned toward the 3rd green to get the same wind as he would have on 17 and was hitting shots.
Clever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he knew that he was like 3/4 9 went 140 into that wind, or that 3/4 9 goes 147. So that was the number he was trying to hit it to in that wind. But JJ Spawn, I mean, he hit it in the rough. Okay. One thing that was wild. So normally in playoffs, at least it used to be this way. I think it changed like 3 years ago that they would either flip a tee or flip a coin, or they would pick from a hat who went first. And then this time, Rory went first, which was a huge advantage for him. But he went first because he finished first the night before.
Okay.
So he went first and then nuked it 340 down the middle. And then JJ hit a little poofer out there to the right in the rough and then laid up and then hit a awful bunker. No, he hit it. So he didn't even lay up. He hit it in the front bunker and just fatted the heck out of the bunker shot. And you kind of could tell at that point that he wasn't going to win.
It seemed like all his putts were, I know, like, it's a, they're pros, but it seemed like his putts were way off, like coming up way short.
He was,
way like
he was nervous,
bro. Like,
when you're nervous, then the putts come up short. You're not.
They didn't even seem close.
Your speed is not good.
Yeah,
Your speed is not
he
good.
needs a little more experience under his belt, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely the biggest tournament he's been in contention at. And this opens up a bigger discussion. You could tell how nervous Rory was and how nervous JJ Spawn was.
Right.
And it begs the question, like, should it be the fifth major? And I say that saying that the live guys can play in it.
Okay.
Because the way that it feels on TV, and you have the course history and the way that the actual players care about it,
right.
It just seems like it should be a fifth major.
Well, who decides that? The PGA?
I don't know.
Like the tour? Like, who decides that?
Yeah, that's the problem. The tour owns it.
Isn't
Yeah.
it separate? Like, the PGA is its own thing.
The tour, the PGA Tour, it's the PGA Tour, the PGA of America, the United States Golf Association, and then the RNA.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, who decides? Like,
yeah, I guess you
it's
could.
It's got to be the
and the Masters.
tour.
Excuse me, and the Masters. Wow. Did I say the Masters?
I thought you did.
No, I don't think I did. Phew.
Yeah.
The Masters.
The
okay.
Masters.
Which I guess Augusta National. I think. I don't know how you would do it. I think that a way you could do it would be you would have the other four majors vote on whether it would be considered a major tournament.
Or the players?
No, don't have the players vote. Heck no.
You don't think they would vote for it?
No, they probably would, but they're
all about like taking the game back in their own hands.
I know. I think
they don't like having institutions telling them what to do.
Yeah, I know, and I think here's the problem. You would have half the players would say yes, it should be, but then half wouldn't. And then you would have to have a different criteria of how to get in the tournament. Because if it's a major, then you can't have like random folk being it.
Right.
So I think you would need to make the field a little smaller, and the live guys would have to be back.
Yeah.
And then you would have to have the other four majors, the other four bodies of golf, I think, make that decision.
Are we ever getting the live guys back? I feel like they want to come back.
Oh, Brooks definitely wants to come. Brooks
kind of like
Brooks is coming back.
We got our bag.
Yeah, Brooks is like, this is trash. What am I doing in Singapore right now? Like, I don't want to be in Singapore.
We got our bag. Let's go back. Let's get all the players back together now.
And then oh my gosh, did you see what Phil said?
No.
Like the Torquay Golf Club, the one that Joaquin Neiman's on, tweeted something about like, oh, he's playing like a top 5 player in the world, and
he called him number 1.
He called him number 1.
Yeah,
it's like, what? Huh? What world do you live in? Like, he has Joaquin Neiman. I think his best finish in a major might be top 30. We need to look that up. Look, please Google that currently.
Who is it?
Joaquin Neiman.
How do you spell that?
Jon something, or Joq maybe. Joaquin.
It's Joaquin, like Joaquin Phoenix.
What am I looking up? Joaquin Neiman. What?
Go to his Wikipedia.
Ricky.
And just looking up his best finish.
Yeah. Scroll down. Thank you for your patience.
PG.
No, keep going down. You got to go. Gosh,
What are we looking for?
we're going to the major results.
majors?
There we go. What's the
Okay.
best one? We don't have any yellow, so that means no top 10s.
Okay, and his best is tied for 16th in 2023 for the Masters.
Okay. So we got one top 20.
In the Masters.
We got one top 20 in
One top 20. Yep.
a major.
Yep.
One top 20 in a major. So don't give me he's the number one in the world. don't give me that. Don't give me that.
He's saying he was just playing. Like
No, he's
he
not
was the
playing
number
like
one.
no. There's some people on the range goats that I don't think anybody has ever heard of, and they just lives a disgrace. Don't even get me started. Lives a disgrace to the
Hot take.
professional game of golf. It's just so blah, and it's in the golf courses that they play at are just so garbage. I just can't. Gosh, it just gives me in a bad mood, honestly.
Yeah,
but the-
hater over here.
Okay, what do you think the players should be a major? You're more casual than I am.
I am more casual. I will say I tuned in like way more for the players.
Did you watch it the whole week?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm interested in it. I don't see why not. Like I'm not like big on like, yeah, we can't never change it. Like, why not change it? Like, why not make it more exciting? Golf, I like more eyes coming into the sport. I like the drama.
Yeah, the
of it
last three
all.
holes. Last three
Like-
holes are freaking
Yeah,
awesome
yeah,
to watch.
yeah,
They're freaking
for
awesome
sure.
to watch.
And like, how about like JT almost shooting a course record?
Oh yeah, that was pretty
Dude,
sick.
he was on a heater.
That was pretty sick.
And then I tuned in like, cause that was Saturday, right?
No,
Or
that
was
was
that
Friday. Friday afternoon.
So then
and,
I
and
tuned,
none of the leaders were playing. Like nobody. It was just him.
I tuned in Saturday and I'm looking at like the leaderboard and I'm like, where the like, cause Minwoo Lee was up there like minus
Yeah.
11 at one point and Justin was on the heater. Tune in and I'm like, where are these dudes? That just shows you how hard golf is. You can shoot almost a course record one day, next day not even be close.
There's a podcast I listen to called No Laying Up.
Shout out to No Laying Up.
Shout out to No Laying Up. They call Minwoo Lee the unstable compound.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, that is such a great nickname for him. He can just absolutely like light it up. He can be explosive on both ends of the spectrum.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
Can
it shows.
create some great things, but he can blow up real quick.
Yeah. For a second, I was like, "Oh man, he's coming in hot for the win here," and it went the opposite way.
I was really surprised that like Scotty didn't. didn't.
Scotty's hasn't. He's just kind of in the middle of the
I know he's
pack right now. He's
just not putting good.
not doing his dominant.
He's just
Scotty
not,
that
he's
he
just
was-
not putting good. That's the that he was so frustrated. I mean that course I think is not great when your game's just a little off, but he'll be ready for Augusta. That's not a question.
Here, I got a question for you
Okay.
because I'm curious. So this is very random, but I think it was Matt Fitzpatrick
Okay.
parted ways with his caddy.
Yep.
Okay. Whenever I see people part ways with their caddy,
Yeah.
I'm like, is it really the caddy's fault?
No, it's never the case.
Like
No.
because you're sucking, because like it's on you to play good.
Correct.
Like it's on like
Correct.
he's not golfing for you, and he's
Yeah.
only there to kind of help you, tell you, like give
Yeah.
you suggestions and he's trying to help you out.
Correct.
So because you're either hitting bad or putting bad or whatever it is, how is it that it's like, oh well, let's change the caddy up?
Well, they just want a new voice. It's kind of like getting a new coach.
But don't
sometimes.
you have to, isn't that what a coach is for?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
that
but
all
it's
that's
just
for?
like you got to spend all day with them. You just kind of like, I just need a change. I just need a change. It's not going good. Like we need to change something.
Yeah, but it's like, why change that guy?
Yeah.
like he's there. He's like
I don't
he's
know.
the one putting in the grind, trying to help.
I don't
you
know.
out.
I don't know.
And he gets the shaft. Like,
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe they both agreed.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he'll find.
Yeah.
Usually, those guys find someone else to.
Oh yeah.
caddy
Oh,
for and-
and his caddy's like one of the most respected caddies out there, so he'll get a bag soon.
yeah, it's kind of like.
Yeah, for sure. He'll get a big bag too.
Has there ever been somebody who has changed a caddy and just went on a heater and they're like, it's because I got that new caddy?
I don't
No.
think so.
No, because it's
Probably
not
not.
the freaking caddy.
Yeah,
I feel bad for him. I'm like, this poor guy, he's just trying out here to.
of. That's a good
Just
question.
trying to make a living.
That is a good question.
That's something
All right,
to look up.
in the comments, if there has been a player that has dropped their caddy and added a new caddy and gone on a heater right after they got the new caddy, please comment below who that
Yeah, I
player
want
was.
to know.
Because I don't. I was thinking maybe JT, like when Bones got on the bag, but he won the major, like the PGA, but that was it. Like he did not, like he was so bad the rest of the time. So yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, because usually it's like the coach who's helping you do things, thinking
Yeah.
through things, like you know what I'm saying?
So if I don't qualify for the U.S. Open, I'm blaming you.
Don't ask me.
I'm blaming you. I'm gonna be like,
Oh, are you caddying?
So those who don't know, I'm caddying for Will in
Oh, wow.
his qualifier for the U.S. Open. Now, let's make this clear. When we say caddy, I'm carrying a bag and just trying to keep him light, keep him jovial.
You're handing,
ball.
you're
I'm not
handing the
telling him
club.
anything about how he needs to hit the ball or anything like that.
What are you gonna do if I ask you what's this yardage?
Oh, I can give you yardages for sure.
Do you think I'll trust you to shoot, or do you think I'll shoot the rangefinder?
Well, knowing him, I will give him a yardage.
You'll
He will then
double
shoot
check.
the yardage. It'll be the exact yardage that I just gave him, and so. But hey, it is what it is. It's not like it's gonna hurt my feelings. I think the only thing I can even possibly help him at is maybe a putt on like what I think maybe it is, and if he disagrees, he'll just do what he thinks.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so it's not like it's.
That's true. I could see myself if I don't know, I'll be like, "Yo, Jonathan, what the heck does this do? I'm not seeing it.
Yeah,
I don't know what
'cause
it does."
If anything, it may just affirm what maybe you had an inkling
Correct.
that it could be.
Correct. That's
Like if you think I'm way off,
That's
you're
true.
just gonna disregard it anyway.
That's true.
So it can only be like affirming maybe something that you're
Yeah,
thinking.
that's true. And practice is going well.
Okay.
Practice is going well. Practice is going well for the U.S. Open qualifier.
Yeah.
Been grinding on the putting. Short putter. Short putter.
Okay. So
We
have we established?
have established I suck with the long putter.
Okay.
It's no longer a thing.
Okay.
Need to sell it. If anybody's interested in a lab golf putter, a sweeper, it is for sale.
How about the chipping?
The chipping we
How's
have
the chipping?
we have not worked on, but
Is that coming?
yeah, okay. I have not. I've worked on it a little bit, but not like more just technique and not like out on the like course. I've like hit it, chipped into the net, chipped in the yard.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. Just really working on technique, but I haven't like gone and like chipped like on a green.
Have you had your lesson?
I'm going to get my lesson
Going
on
to get a
Friday.
lesson?
2 hours, or excuse me, hour and 30 minutes. We're gonna discuss some chipping. I feel like I'm actually hitting the ball really good.
That's great.
Even though the last time I played, I didn't hit it good, but a lot of that was a little mental out there. But because I was concerned. Here's the thing: the putting for me is the biggest key. Got a new putter in the bag, and it's helping.
Okay.
We're going back to not trying to be a robot when putting. We're trying to be an artiste.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, we're trying to be an artiste.
Have a
So,
little feel in the hands.
yep, little feel in hand. No line. We're doing no line. We're just gonna try to like visualize the ball going in the hole. And
What do you mean no line? You're not.
I'm not lining it
with
up
the line?
anymore. Nope.
Really?
Yep. We're going because man, when I was
Really?
dude, when I was a kid, I used to be a really good putter, like a really good putter. That was my best part of my game. And I used to never use a line because it was so awkward. It was always awkward. I'm always over the ball, second guessing, like, oh, was it aimed too far right? Is it aimed too far left? Rather than like just getting over it and like, okay, I want to put it left edge. And like, if it doesn't go left edge, if I'm aimed 10 feet right, then so be it. But maybe like my stroke I'll interact
to
better.
clarify,
But I gotta start using the noggin up here button. I gotta visualize.
To clarify, he is aiming.
Yes.
He's just not taking the ball that has a line
That's
and lining it up
to where I want
to
it to
where
go.
he wants it to go.
Yes.
He is picking out a spot and saying, I'm going to aim this way and trying to hit it that way.
Yeah.
Just to be clear to people who don't understand. Oh, he just get up and
just
hit it.
I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, so he's not like aiming.
Yes,
I mean, aim
this,
at all.
this is a golf podcast, so I'm hoping people somewhat understand what I said. Our producer here knows nothing.
clue.
I was like, I'm not sure how good that US Open qualifier is going to go.
That's why I said to clarify for anybody not listening. He will be
Golly.
aiming, just won't be using the line on the ball to aim it.
But no, excited for the lesson. I'm actually playing tomorrow, and I'm going to play after my lesson. So
Okay, there you go.
we're starting to get on the grind.
Get going.
Yeah, we're starting to get going. We're going to start seeing some good scores, you know?
All right.
You never know. Road to Oakmont. Here we come.
Road up.
Here we come.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of the road,
Speaking of the road,
we got
it's that
Good
time.
segue.
we got March Madness is upon us. Now, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be like into the second round, I think, probably,
Okay.
depending on when this
So we're a
comes
little,
out.
but this is the day after the Tar Heels whooped up on San Diego State. And I would just
I'm
like
gonna
to,
grab my mic here.
I would just like to clarify, anybody out there who said they didn't deserve to be in the tournament, you can stick it.
That's a lot of. That's
All right,
a lot of
You
people.
can stick it.
A lot of people.
Let's take this time to put the clip. What's his name? The guy
John
that-
Rothstein.
John
John
Rothstein.
Rothstein.
Put the clip up.
I don't understand how Carolina can get in over Indiana if Indiana won a game at Michigan State and beat Purdue and doesn't have a quad 3 or 4 loss, and Carolina does. But what about West Virginia? The miscarriage of justice continues. West Virginia went to Allen Fieldhouse and beat Kansas. West Virginia beat Iowa State at home, a 3 seed. And West Virginia on a neutral court beat Arizona State and beat Gonzaga. This is one of the biggest miscarriage of justices that I have seen in nearly 20 years covering college basketball on the national level.
All right, so you see that garbage.
Who's John Rothstein? Is this the West Virginia guy?
No, John Rothstein's just a college basketball analyst, and he was one of the most. Now, I mean, we were getting roasted by everybody.
Yeah,
but
Stephen A. Seth Davis.
He called it. John
Davis
Rothstein
is
went on live and or was on the show and said that it was like in the 20 years it was the gravest miscarriage of justice he's ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so just over the top. And then what was funny was he was the sideline reporter for the game last night, so he got to watch us
Oh, good.
be up
He
by
had an
40.
interview.
I'm glad.
Hubert.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
and
he
RJ.
interviewed Hubert and RJ at the end of the game, and everybody was just like roasting this dude because
Good.
it's like at one point RJ hit a 3 and it was 82-42.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you all can shut
No,
up.
yeah.
I was hoping RJ would be like, yeah, we had some doubters, you as one of them, but I wish you would have called him out.
And then Boston Connor from the Pat McAfee show was like, I'm picking San Diego State. Love how the defense. I just looked at them and their hands are everywhere.
Yeah.
Hands are everywhere. Yeah, freaking.
We dropped
their-
95.
Yeah, their defense was garbage last
Now,
night.
I will
made him
say
look
we
like-
played out of our.
Hey, we're not
did.
talking. We played like a team that is going to the Sweet 16. That is what we played like.
I mean, we did play.
even though it probably won't happen, we played like a team that can be in the Sweet
we did
16.
we did play very well. I will say that our defense was really good, and that helped our offense as well. Because I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
like, they were supposed to be one of the best defensive teams in the country, and I was like,
I was
don't see it.
well. I mean, I was nervous to start. I mean, they had 7 turnovers
Yeah,
within
that
like
part.
the first 5
Oh, yeah, in
minutes.
the beginning, I was like, we are turning the ball over.
It was
like,
bad.
Oh my goodness!
But I could kind of tell, like, once you watch San Diego State play offense, I was like, yeah, these guys
they
aren't good.
had
one
had
guy.
not
the dude
one-
that shot left-handed. That's the only guy.
they had no playmakers. No guy who was like, okay, if I need, because when Carolina went on that run, like in the first half, it was like, okay, if San Diego State hit a 3 and then they got to stop, and it was like, okay, if they can go down and score again, get the momentum changed. Turnover, Carolina, like I think somebody hit a 3 for Carolina. Just Withers, I think, just buried a 3.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Withers. Whew.
Okay.
That's the luckiest man on earth because if we had made the tournament, he'd had to go into hiding. Like,
Okay, no. You know what? We need to talk about that. I didn't want to get on a Carolina tangent, but got to here.
as he's wearing a Carolina hoodie.
Yep.
wearing a nice
Okay.
bright white.
Okay. The reason we lost that Duke game is not Withers' fault.
No, of course.
Of course, it's not. But
But
No, there's no but.
there's a but.
That's
there's
the
not.
lasting play
Because
that everybody
no.
remembers.
You know why? Because if who was at the line? What was his name?
Vanilla.
Lubin.
If Lubin would have hit the first free throw, that would have never happened.
I agree.
If it would have never happened. It's mute point.
I agree. But two things.
Mute
two,
point.
3 things.
Mute
could
point.
Be
He
right
should
at
have
the
hit
same
the.
time.
They're free. They're free.
We should have made
Okay,
the free throw.
let's be honest though. In terms of a free throw,
How many did he miss last
that's
night?
one of the most-
How many missed last night?
That's no.
0.
I'm talking about that's one of the most pressure-packed moments that dude's ever been in. You have a chance to literally tie the game or possibly win the game against Duke in the AC tournament. That's the most important free throw Van Allen Lubin's ever shot. So the pressure was
like when he's going to the line. You're as a Carolina fan, you're saying just hit one, just hit one.
Well, guess what?
That's what you're saying.
Hey, guess
for
what?
Lubin.
And he did
Guess
hit
what?
one.
Just
Guess
hit
what?
one, man.
Guess what? This is Carolina basketball. Step up and hit 2.
No.
Step up and hit 2. Win the game.
he's
Get him out of
He's
there.
the center, dog.
He's-
This ain't Tyler Hansbrough going up there. He's the center.
Yeah, no. Tyler Hansbrough, he wouldn't have made it and one and made the shot. But
Anybody not named RJ
Look,
Davis, I'm going hit one.
in the heat of the moment, you just want to kill Jalen Withers. You're like, what are you doing? Post like an hour or two, you're like, man, I feel bad for the guy because like,
really bad for him.
like, what are you doing? And at the same time, of course, we didn't lose the game on that one play.
Yep. We lost it
didn't.
by being down 24
But
points.
in that moment, you're like, what are you doing, you
Yep, I know.
freaking idiot?
But that also speaks to like moving forward when people are like, oh, they don't deserve to be in the tournament. And then it's like, well, we're pretty close with Duke. We're pretty decent right now.
Yeah.
And
I
so
mean, they
San
didn't
Diego
have Cooper
State-
Flag, but Cooper Flag wasn't much in the first or the last game we played him. So,
Listen, don't get me on Cooper. Flag
So,
right now.
in any case, though, all right, it's bracket time.
all right,
But bracket time.
bracket time. Okay. We're going to go game by game.
Just so everyone knows, we're going to do a swing easy bracket. So we're going to do our picks live right here.
And we're going to have them up on the screen, correct?
Yeah.
Gonna have
They'll
the
be
pick.
somewhere.
Yeah, they'll be somewhere in here. Okay. All right, we're gonna start
Where do you want to start?
the South region. I'm gonna start in the South. Is that
All
the- does that work for you?
yeah. we can start
okay.
with South. Auburn, Alabama State. Got to take Auburn,
Okay, definitely taking Auburn there.
right?
Okay.
I mean, click that.
Yeah, might as well take all ones.
All right.
Louisville, Creighton. Now,
Louisville got screwed on this seed, by the way.
this one,
They got screwed.
this was a tough because, like, I feel like this is a toss up.
100% toss up.
I mean,
I don't know much about Louisville's new coach.
Pat Kelsey.
Did he win ACC Coach of the Year?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I mean, they finished second.
They played
ACC.
You know what?
That's why this 8 seed is really surprising.
I'm going with Louisville.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'd go
Go
with
with
Louisville.
Louisville.
I agree. Let's go with Louisville.
Okay.
All right. Michigan,
the
UC San
Wolverines.
Diego.
Okay.
Going with an upset.
Oh no, Wolverines.
I mean, 12-5s are always right for
Yep.
upsets.
Now, there's a lot of people. I've been looking at some stuff. There's a lot of people picking UC San Diego, saying blah 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 blah. But Michigan's got a 7-footer, I think.
Yeah, I like
That is like one of their.
Yeah.
I think they got 2 7-footers. I think.
There's a guy on
Was it
their team.
Michigan?
There's a guy on their team named Danny Wolf that we bypassed in the portal.
Oh, nice.
So
Well,
he's really good.
Also, the Big Ten is good in the first and second rounds. They start to kind of wander off the later tournament gets. I like Michigan.
All right, let's take Michigan. Texas A&M, Yale. Now, I want to go upset
Yeah,
here.
13-4s are usually pretty decent upsets.
I want to go upset.
That's
Yale.
It's not where I want my upset.
Let me
to be.
tell you the reason why.
SEC team.
Okay,
here.
because I've been reading a little bit about this. Yale, like the past like 10 years or whatever, they come in and they've been like winning their first game. Like they've been coming and they got a guy who can shoot the lights out. And I think Texas A&M has a couple guys who are hurt.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh, well,
that could be right for
I
an
didn't
upset.
know. Let's pick
Now-
Yale. Let's go with Yale.
So like I'm feeling like that's prime for an upset.
Okay.
Like they're not 100% healthy, and they have one guy who could probably just start shooting the lights out, and I feel like it can
All right,
happen.
let's go with Yale.
All right,
go with
I
Yale.
just talked him into it.
This next
go
one,
to Yale.
this next one should be easy.
I mean,
Ole Miss-
the Texas A&M having some guys injured. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that makes okay.
Ole Miss, North Carolina, no
North
brainer.
Carolina.
North Carolina. Well, we can-
Not even a question.
That's
Oh,
easy.
I just would like to state, just want to get it out there while we're early. The SEC is soft.
Man,
Dang.
The SEC is soft. They are a garbage basketball conference, and it
Wow.
makes me sick. Makes me sick that the only reason that they're here is because of football money. They're not good. They're not well coached. That's all I have to say.
okay.
All right, put that on
And,
TikTok.
coaching is what matters in this tournament.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right. Iowa State. Now Lipscomb.
Yeah,
Lipscomb.
Yeah, Lipscomb, Iowa State.
I agree. Iowa State.
I'm hoping for an upset because we we play the
Okay.
winner of that
Yep.
game if we win.
That would be
so
sick.
I
Well.
would take that, but
Marquette, New Mexico. No, I don't know much about.
I'm going
either
to
of
go
these
Marquette.
teams.
Always been a Marquette fan. Love the unis. Love the unis.
So
What
all
does
right,
this
so we're
start
going
doing?
Marquette because
Of the
Will's
uniform.
always loved Marquette.
Yep.
it's like I like the colors.
Yep.
Michigan State, Bryant, Michigan State.
Michigan State.
That's
Not
an
even a
easy.
question.
All right, you want to go down the West?
Florida.
Florida, easy. UConn, Oklahoma. This is a tough
UConn.
one.
Oklahoma's in the SEC. So
So you're just going against anybody who's in the SEC.
But-
no, I'm not going against everybody who's in the SEC. I'm just stating coaching matters in this.
Okay.
And
I mean, I'd pick UConn just
Yeah,
because
UConn.
I mean,
Dan and them have been
I
back to back.
we can pick UConn, but
Yeah.
I would love for Dan Hurley to lose.
no.
Yes.
No.
Why?
It's good for college basketball.
He's a Hurley. That's
Oh,
why.
yeah. 'cause
He's a
it's
Hurley. But no. We separate
I
for
would
him and his brother.
love
We
for
separate.
him.
I don't know about
We
that.
separate.
Memphis, Colorado State.
Ooh.
I want upset here.
12-5. Okay.
I want upset
Wow.
because I've heard a lot of good things about Colorado State, and Memphis isn't a good team.
You usually have like it's rare that there's not one 12-5 upset in the.
Well,
tournament.
we are. I mean, we already
Sometime-
did. We have already done one.
No.
There's usually
No, we
no,
didn't.
we did.
We did.
No, that was a 4-13.
Sure. If that's what you want, I don't have an argument for Memphis.
All right. There we go.
Okay.
Maryland, Grand Canyon.
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even think.
Missouri, Drake. This is another one I'm unsure of. I heard a lot of people were taking Drake.
I'm gonna go with Mizzou.
I mean, Missouri 22-11 as a 6 seed. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they had a bunch of quad one wins.
I heard a lot of good things about Drake.
That's too many upsets.
Okay.
Missouri.
All right. Texas Tech, UNC, Wilmington.
The Red Raiders.
Yeah, we're taking Texas Tech.
just going with all low seeds. Okay.
Now this is gonna be a game.
Kansas,
that
Arkansas.
It's gonna be
I didn't-
impossible
I
to pick.
didn't know this.
Kansas.
Wow. Kansas, Arkansas.
Kansas
Kansas.
is not
This-
playing good, and
this
Arkansas
is-
is coming in like winning 5 of the last 6 or something.
This is a
Really?
big time matchup.
Can't,
actually,
like
for
Arkansas is
sure.
like coming
Kansas.
in winning. At
Calipari's not a good coach.
He's like SEC, dude.
No, he's just not a good. I'm sorry, he's just not a good coach.
okay,
I
okay.
trust Bill. I trust Bill. So Kansas.
Honestly, that's a
That's
tough
what I
one.
was gonna say.
if I'm
Bill
not,
Self.
Kansas does not get upset
First game.
first game. They just don't. That's not in the.
They have in years past. I remember some years they did.
I
All
don't.
right.
I don't.
All right, going Kansas,
I don't.
and then of course St. John's.
Oh yes,
Good old Rick Pitino back in the national
Yep.
spotlight.
All right, heading over to the East. Duke. I hate to say it, but they're
Duke,
going to win
yeah.
that game.
When the-
Mississippi State, Baylor.
I think-
SEC to Big 12.
I don't know. I haven't researched enough on this yet. I don't know.
I think I'd go Mississippi State here.
8-9 games are usually coin flips. So
Yeah, I'd go
Mississippi
Mississippi.
State,
Yeah, I'd
All
go
right.
Mississippi State.
Oregon, Liberty.
Liberty.
Oh,
The Flames.
Okay, 12-5.
The
Are you
Flames.
sure?
The Flames, baby.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of Pac.
Have you looked to see
He's
what
like
conference and who
Christian
they play?
University.
Yeah, but
They don't play anybody.
Yeah, I know, but Oregon, Big Ten.
It's March Madness, baby. You never know.
Yeah,
They don't play
Liberty.
You
anybody.
never know.
Oregon. No, I mean, you can go Oregon
right.
if you want.
No,
I'm
we'll
going
take Liberty. Okay, we'll take Liberty. Arizona, Akron.
Good old Caleb Love.
I think Arizona.
Akron.
Oh, wow.
Akron.
Picking the 13.
You don't know anything about Akron.
I've heard, I heard somebody pick Akron.
Ending.
You heard. You heard
When I was watching
this.
this. When I was watching this, I'm picking Akron.
So Akron's going to
All
end
right.
the career.
I mean, I don't think so, but we
Pick
can do
Akron.
it. We can do it.
They're going to end the career of Caleb Love, huh?
BYU, VCU.
BCU.
No,
Okay, another episode.
I don't.
A lot
BYU
of
has
upsets on
been
the
like has beat like some good teams this year.
Okay, then BYU. But I heard VCU is really good. I heard that's like one of that somebody was saying, and I do believe. Spoiler alert here. Whoever wins that game is getting to the Elite Eight.
BYU, VCU?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, Bama's on that side. Oh,
BYU
right,
beat
SEC.
Iowa State.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Okay. BYU beat Kansas.
Okay. Wisconsin.
BYU beat Arizona.
Okay. We get your point.
Wisconsin, Montana.
Wisconsin.
I mean, Wisconsin?
I guess. I don't know anything about Montana.
Unless you want to pick an upset
Nope.
there.
Wisconsin.
St. Mary's, Vanderbilt.
St. Mary's.
Okay, that was why.
Yep.
That was very
Vanderbilt's
Vanderbilt.
SEC.
Yeah.
SEC? It's
He's just
SEC,
picking
and there's
against
no
SEC.
way Vanderbilt's good. Who's their coach? Nobody knows.
Used to be Jerry Stackhouse.
Nobody knows.
All right, Bama. Robert Morris got to be Bama.
Bama.
All right, Houston. Okay, it doesn't matter who that next team is. Houston. Gonzaga,
The
Georgia.
Zags. The Zags.
Picking Gonzaga.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Don't. Mark
Yeah.
Few.
Mark Few?
Mark Few. 100%.
Okay. Clemson, McNeese.
McNeese.
No.
McNeese.
Coached by Will Wade.
No.
Who's going to be the next head coach of NC State.
McNeese.
I think ACC is always gets underrated. And
That is true.
underappreciated.
That is true.
And I think Clemson was a good team this year.
They were.
Okay. All right. Let's go Clemson. I have McNeese.
I know there's a lot of people picking McNeese, but I think they're mistaken.
McNeese. Okay.
Clemson.
Or excuse me, Clemson. Sorry.
Oh,
High Point University versus Purdue.
My wife's alma mater.
yeah, you're going with HPU. aren't you?
That's got to be
No.
Purdue.
No. Purdue. 100%.
I think Purdue's going to walk.
Purdue is going to kill them.
No,
I
not
think so.
with-
Okay, watch out. Just want everybody to know and put this out in the ether. If Chase Johnson gets hot, High Point has a chance.
Okay, I guess
If
that's a
he-
play on High Point.
If he
That's how it happens.
if he has under 10 points, they will get drilled.
Okay.
Okay. All
All
right,
right.
then.
So Purdue. Illinois versus, I guess they're playing the winner of who?
Texas is
Xavier.
Xavier.
Ooh,
We're gonna go with the Illini there.
you're just going to go ahead.
Yep, I'm gonna
until
go with
they're
the
in.
Illini. Yep,
Okay. Kentucky, Troy.
the Wildcats.
Yeah, I feel like you got to take them.
Yep,
UCLA, Utah State.
the Bruins.
Okay.
UCLA.
Right.
Yep,
No upset there. No.
10-7s can
No?
usually be
Okay.
upsetted.
Tennessee versus Wofford.
Tennessee.
I think so too.
Yeah, Wofford sucks this year. I don't know how the freaking. Well, they
They
won.
probably won their conference tournament.
Yeah, they won their. Yeah, they're not good. I think they were 19 and 14. Like it was something not good.
19 and 15.
Okay. All right. So then the second round, Tennessee versus the Bruins.
Whoa. Sorry. We're gonna go Midwest back up.
Yeah.
Okay. Tennessee.
Okay.
Just pick them lower seed.
Kentucky versus Illinois.
Gosh,
I don't know about the
3-6
fighting Illini.
I don't know either. But
3-6 matchup.
part
I
of
feel like-
part of me wants to go with the Illini just because I want to go against the SEC. But I think Kentucky.
Kentucky.
All right, Kentucky.
I think Kentucky.
Purdue versus Clemson.
Let's go with
Clemson.
I'm going to say Clemson.
Clemson.
let's
Yeah,
put
100%.
Zags versus Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, I'd say.
Bama versus St. Mary's. Bama.
Bama.
Wisconsin versus BYU.
BYU.
I say
Okay.
we do a little BYU action. there.
Going BYU, huh?
Akron versus Liberty.
Akron.
Toss up.
Akron.
Oh, Akron into the Sweet 16.
Akron.
Okay.
And we picked Mississippi State,
Bro, like,
right? versus Duke.
Duke.
The fact that you're picking Akron to play Duke in the Sweet 16,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Duke is just getting
wow.
Just getting a
What a
cakewalk.
cakewalk that would be.
Okay.
Holy crap!
All right, other side, Auburn versus Louisville. Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
That's it. That may be
Auburn,
a good game.
Yeah, Auburn.
Louisville could probably put up a fight, but
Michigan versus Yale.
Michigan.
Michigan. Carolina versus Iowa State.
keep 'em-
Iowa State.
Keep them moving.
North Carolina.
Iowa State.
North Carolina.
Yeah,
Come
right,
on, bro.
We're not
Iowa
putting
State.
Iowa State.
Come
Put
on.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Come on,
kidding me?
let's pick 'em.
Put
What's wrong with
Carolina
you?
there.
Let's pick them.
What
Put
is
Car-
wrong with you?
Let's
Put
pick them.
I
Carolina.
don't pick against the team.
We're picking them.
Okay.
Marquette versus Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Tom
Florida
Izzo.
versus UConn.
Florida.
Colorado State
I don't know.
versus Maryland.
Fight.
I think
Maryland, the Terps.
Okay.
Missouri versus Texas Tech.
The Red Raiders.
Our old
Texas
Bell?
Tech, yeah.
Our old boy Kerwin Walton on Texas.
All right. All right. Kansas versus St. John's.
St. John's.
All right.
The
then
Johnnies, huh?
let's go back up. St. John's versus Texas Tech.
St. John's.
2-3
Okay.
matchup.
Then we got Maryland versus Florida.
Florida.
Just advancing the ones and twos. Okay.
All right. Michigan State versus North Carolina.
Michigan
We're
State.
going North Carolina, baby.
We're going North Carolina because
Michigan State.
We should have beaten them.
We
We should have beaten them in Maui.
Tom
baby.
is
Should have
a-
beaten them in Maui.
please?
Pencil us in. Lead 8, here we come. Let's
we
go.
are Tom Izzo's daddy.
We are North Carolina fans. We do not go against them.
Michigan, Michigan
No, no,
State
no.
is going to the Final
Nope.
Four, folks.
We are Tom
No.
Izzo's
We
daddy.
are, we are North Carolina fans. We pick North Carolina.
Okay, pick North Carolina.
North
Fine.
Carolina.
Fine. This is not me.
We're on a heater.
This is not
We're on a
me.
heater right now.
I have an
Carolina.
unbiased opinion.
RJ Davis drops 35 in the Sweet 16.
All right.
against
Michigan
Mississippi
versus
State.
Auburn. Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
All right. Duke versus
Akron.
Duke.
Yeah, thanks for these upsets.
BYU versus Bama.
BYU.
Let's pick Bama.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You think BYU?
BYU?
Think Bama is not good,
What a-
folks.
what a
Bama is
Wow.
Bama is not good.
We'll give it to them since we took
flippin'-
North Carolina.
what a
the other
flippin'
day.
Bama is
Easy
not
road Duke
BYU. Come
All right,
on.
we're gonna take BYU. Houston versus Clemson.
Houston.
That would be a good upset pick though.
Yeah, that would be. Who do we got? Did we pick a lot? The Illinois or Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Kentucky versus Tennessee. I think
Tennessee.
It's a good matchup.
All right. So Tennessee versus Houston.
Houston.
The one seeds.
Duke versus BYU.
Duke.
Auburn versus Carolina.
North Carolina.
I have to go Auburn here.
North
Auburn.
Carolina.
Auburn.
This is vindication.
This is where we.
Auburn.
This is where it ends for us.
You guys
Okay.
are. You guys
Auburn.
aren't. You guys aren't true fans.
Florida versus St. John's.
That's a good matchup.
St.
St.
John's.
John's.
Wow, Rick Pitino back in the final.
Rick
four.
Pitino. baby.
pulling out the white suit.
That's.
White suit.
The
is
revenge
coming.
tour. Here we come.
I think that would be a record. I think that'd be a record for multiple teams in the Final Four he's coached.
All right, St. John's versus Auburn and Duke versus Tennessee.
No, Duke versus Houston.
Oh, sorry, Houston. My bad. Houston
I'm hoping Houston wins.
beats Duke.
They
Houston
lost-
beats Duke.
I think they lost to him last year in the tournament, so hopefully they would be out
Houston
for a little
beats Duke.
revenge. Yeah.
Auburn beats St. John's.
No.
St.
Auburn
John.
beats St.
St. John's is
You're picking St. John's to win the natty. aren't you?
St. John's. St.
You're,
John's.
you're picking Rick Pitino to win the flipping national championship.
St. John's.
Well, then Houston wins it all.
Nope. St. John's.
Come on.
St.
Wow.
John's
Pick
wins
St.
it all.
Wow.
St. John's wins it all.
See,
You
this
can't
is-
pick St.
St.
John's.
John's wins it all.
This is
Mark
why
it
you should just
right
pick North
here.
Carolina.
Mark it right here.
He's picking
St. John's is winning it
All
all.
right, Swing Easy has chosen St. John's as their champion.
Wow.
We will resume for another pod after
The second round.
after the
Wait. Oh,
second
gosh.
this week.
No, excuse me. Final before
After-
the final four.
after-
Before the final four, we'll have another podcast.
Okay.
We're
For the
hopefully
Final
we're
Four.
celebrating, our team in it. So
Yeah. Yeah, where we're celebrating. We may have to do live pod from San Antonio because we're going to the game because Carolina's in the Final Four. Who knows?
Yeah,
Wow.
Jonathan's paid
I
for
was
it.
say didn't know where that money was coming from.
North Carolina's going to fly us down there on their dime.
I mean, we were in the Final Four last time. It was in San Antonio. So
That is true, and we got our butts kicked.
yeah, that was 2008.
well,
Got our butts.
But
had
we still
redemption
went to
the
the
next
Final
year.
Four.
True.
Yeah.
What?
and we had redemption the next year.
Yeah,
We did.
that's true. All right. Well,
All right, St. John's
St.
is
John.
the pick.
yep. St. John's.
Wow.
I'm ready for a full day. Like I told my fiance that when she comes this weekend, we're gonna be watching a lot of basketball.
I hope it's chaos.
We're
I
just
hope
gonna
it's
be watching basketball.
I hope we're so wrong. I hope it's just
Pull
absolute
out the
pandemonium.
multiple TVs. Pull the
Yeah.
multiple TVs,
Pandemonium.
Yeah,
Quad boxes.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
here we go. Another March Madness is upon us. Hey,
Love March Madness.
you know what that means though.
The Masters is right.
Masters
around
is
the corner.
right around the corner.
It's literally the same week of the championship game.
I know. It's a
like,
beautiful thing.
We get the championship game and then just slide right into
It's a beautiful
the
thing.
Masters.
It's a beautiful
I
thing.
mean, it's a lot better if your team
A tradition
is playing
unlike any
well,
other.
but
Yeah, the Masters on CBS. Hopefully, we won't get copyrighted for that. Hello, friends. All right. Is there anything else you would like to discuss? Are we good to go?
The only thing I know, some of you have been clamoring, you've been texting, calling, commenting about more information on the JFK files.
That is true.
That got released. Now they finally released like a third of the files, and a lot of it is just information that we already had that they hadn't fully redacted. So it's been like fully redacted, and there's some stuff here and there. We won't go into it because hopefully by the next time we do it, they'll have more information.
I would say y'all can look for that to come. I'd say once the Masters is over, we'll have a full deep dive into the JFK files for sure.
Yeah, we can do it.
We can. Hey,
Just
I
stay
can
with
read.
us.
I can read 80,000 pages, no doubt.
Now, what I'm gonna do is probably have someone else that is very in depth into it, and then get information from them. I don't know if because I did start like looking through some of the files, and some of it's just
Jargon.
stupid stuff that.
Yeah.
And it's like they
jargon.
just threw a bunch of PDFs on the site and was like, "All right, you figure it out."
Yeah.
Like there's no like rhyme or reason, there's no structure or anything. So
Yeah. All right. Well, cool.
let's see. Anyways, thanks for sticking with us. Golf. We'll be golfing at
Yeah.
soon. There'll be some golf that comes.
Golf content is on the way.
Yeah.
It is on the way. Swing Easy is not dead. It is very, very much alive.
We are not dead. We're
not.
here to stay.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been great.
All right.
Hey, as always, swing easy.
Swing easy.